Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tides, and today we're going to be doing a gameplay stream of World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Self-Found Mode. I'll be on my Swordenborg, or Deep Prot Dwarven Warrior, working on that grind for the level 40 mount. Don't mind my dog Garnet, she's playing with her toy. Before all else, go ahead and take a moment to pause this stream or this video. Grab your absolute favorite drink, whether that be a soothing warm cup of tea, a piping hot cup of coffee, or if you are anything like me, I'm going to continue with my southern style gin tonic. Raise them up. Salute. Alright, so I'm sitting in Booty Bay Stranglethorn Vale right now. I'm waiting on the ship to take me to Theramore Dustwallow Marsh, and from there I'm going to take the flight path all the way to Gadgetzan Teneris, because I have a quest to turn in over at the Shimmering Flats. It's a quest that I did last night I think it was pretty sure it was in Stranglethorn, but no, sorry, it was in the Badlands, south of Loch Modan. So I'm going to turn in this quest over here, News for Fizzle. And it's going to send me to the I believe it's going to send me to the dungeon quest for Uldaman, which probably I won't do anytime soon. The last dungeon I tanked was, I want to say it was Shadowfang Keep. It's been a while, a long while. Anyway, let's listen to the quest description, the quest roleplay description for the quest I'm about to turn in.
Adventurer, you've already proven more able than all my apprentices combined. The next parts I need require a little more strength. Large stone slabs can be found on rock elementals if you're careful enough. Their bodies are stronger and larger, and therefore more prone to having pieces large enough for my tests. You can find them further west of here or southeast along the mountain's edges. Take your time. I'll need a while to test these smaller pieces you brought me.
Oh, this is the quest also I need to turn in. Murderlock. I guess there's no voice acting for that one. AI voice acting. I could have sworn there was another one. Oh, ship's arrived. Yeah, so after I turn in that... Oh, gosh. Yeah, I guess I have to go to Loch Modan. I'll do that some other time. After I turn in that quest in Shimmering Flats, I'm going to turn right back around, head through Gadgetzan Teneris, and head for the... I believe it's the eastern coast, and start grinding on the tortoises over there on that coastline. We're after the... a speckled shell. I forget what it's called, but it's a black shell fragment. I know that's the artwork for the tooltip icon. So tonight's gonna be a very chill stream. I had a very long first day on the new job role, and then after that, came home, slept for barely 2 hours, and then I went to my other job, my teaching job. Really long day. I'm gonna have to reallocate my hours because I sleep in 2 different shifts now. Well, I have been sleeping in 2 different shifts, but it's just now a lot more important because now I'm working full-time with this new job role. So it's gonna be really rough readjusting to a new split, two shift split of sleeping time, if that makes any sense. A bunch of word salad there. I can't think right now. Hope my audio is fine. Let's check on the audio. Mic test, mic test. Mic test, mic test. Yeah, sounds fine. Oof, looks so good. Finally, I have an actual helmet that covers my whole face and leaves like a little tiny visor slit for my eyes. Finally, I feel like a proper warrior. Proper sword and board warrior, or deep protection warrior, right? Nice. Look at that look. Very nice. Looking at my guild tabard here, it kind of makes me want to change my guild tabard in retail WoW. I think it's due for a change. I think I might make it look just like this. Maybe change up the colors a bit. Maybe in reverse. Gold background and black icon or emblem. I'll take a look some other time. I hope I remember. Because right now my guild tabard design in retail WoW is a white background with a red cross. I don't think I can put anything in the bank. My bank is really full right now. I guess I can sell the elemental earth though. I'll do that at Gadget's Inn. Cause well, no, I think as a blacksmith, I think I may need elemental earth. We'll see. I could sell it. I can just, at least I know where to farm it if I need it for a blacksmithing recipe. We're gonna fly to Gadget's Inn Tenaris, right? Yes.
Hurry back!
Hurry back! So good. Sorry, I was checking on my bearded dragon's tank. He hasn't pooped yet today. He always poos once a day. I think once he's pooped twice in one day. But he hasn't pooped at all today, and I wonder if it's because of my different work schedule, because I worked 8 hours, came home, slept 2 hours, and worked another 2 hours. And he hasn't pooped yet, so... I like to try to catch him up as soon as he poops, because if I don't clean it up straight away, there's like a little stain on his flooring, and it takes like 5 minutes of soaking it in this spray to make the enzymes go away, make it easy to clean up. Is that TMI? I don't know. I love my reptile pets. I have a gargoyle gecko, a baby crested gecko, and a baby bearded dragon. And I'm a first-time reptile pet keeper. I started last autumn, last fall. So I'm still relatively new. Because right now it's currently February. Starburst. Currently level 44. All my talents right now are spent in Protection Talent Tree. Once I've fully exhausted all my talent points as much as possible into the Protection Tree, only then will I dip into the Arms and Fury Tree. I just like the idea of being a pure, like, sword and board warrior. I've always been more in favor of class fantasy rather than like efficiency or whatever's most optimal or flavor of the week, whatever. Okay, this is the coast where I'm gonna be farming the tortoises after I turn in my quest. Those guys, the Steeljaw Snappers. I'm gonna stop by the alchemy vendor. Hoping to find some potions being sold.
In need of some alchemy supplies, are we?
No.
Or do you have other business with me?
Nothing. Sometimes they sell them, but they're on like a cooldown. I think it's like a 24-hour cooldown or something like that. I was just listening to this Tenaris track in my car when driving to work this morning. At like 3:30 in the morning. Well, it was like, yeah, around 3:50 in the morning when I was driving to work. That looks like a fork in the road. This song plays in Westfall all the time, this track. Alright, let's get our food buff going. So soothing. Alright, there's our quest turn in. Oh! There's a quest for Zul'Farrak here. Gazrilla. It's that Hydra. What the? Give me a second here.
Adventurer, you're back! You found Martek? You spoke with him? What did he say? Can he help? Tell me, tell me, tell me!
I'm going for the wand because it vendors for 71 silver. Pretty simple, basic looking wand. What the
Off
heck?
and away.
Okay, Gazrilla quest. We'll pass for now. Engineering supplies.
How are you?
I'm gonna sell that elemental earth. I know where to farm it in case I need it. What? Oh, the large stone slab is in Lochmodon, I think. Oh wait, let's vendor that wand. Where is that wand? There. Yes, we're at 58 gold
Have
now.
a great day now.
Keeping pace? What quest is that? Apparently it's a level 41 quest. Or safer to do at level 41, rather. Can do earlier, I'm assuming. Right here.
The Brass Bolts brothers have discovered a new building material. That's the only explanation that makes sense. Their cars have been operating faster than before, but their designs, and all the other data we've gathered from their runs, is identical.
Hope this doesn't
What we
flag me for
do know
PvP.
is that
Let me look it
Rizzle
up.
Brass Bolts has been focused on the plans for this new discovery almost constantly. Zamek can create a diversion for you, so that you can steal those plans from them.
Yeah, this sounds like it might flag me for PvP. You never know with the vanilla quests. Okay, what is this called? Keeping pace. Let's go to the comments. Did this quest today. It's very simple. Scout the gnome side of the pit. You'll find Rizzle standing atop of the schematics in question. He's inside a hut. Accept the quest from Pazik and then talk to Zamek. Huh? Okay, this is Pazik. Where's Zamek? Is this Zam? Where? He should be nearby. No. And then talk to Zamek. When Zamek heads off to plant his bomb, do not follow him. Go straight into the schematic on the floor and wait. When the bomb explodes, Rizzle will go investigate. Right-click on the plants and complete the quest. And then let me scroll up and read the other comment. Talk to Zamek. He's a goblin right nearby. Should have a blue question mark over his head. Click accept, then watch him run over and explode a bomb. At this point, Rizzle will run out of his hut, run in and loot the plans. Looks like a scroll on the floor. Click complete, then accept the next quest. Return to Pazik for completion. Okay, alright, I guess we don't get flagged for PvP or anything, or we don't die to explosions.
A new building material. That's the only
Let's
explanation that
go.
makes sense.
Where's
Their
Zamek?
cars have been operating faster
Rinzik.
than before, but their designs and all the other
Oh,
data
there's
we've
Zamek,
gathered from
right
their
there.
runs is identical. What we do know is that Rizzle Brass Bolts has been focused on the plans for this new discovery almost
So
constantly.
where are these plans?
Zamek can create a diversion for you, so that you can steal those plans
There's
from them.
Zamek. I guess it's the gnome plan. I mean the gnome's plans. So probably this hut. Rizzle, there's the plans right there. I can't click on it, but there is a cogwheel right now. I wonder what happens if I click on it. I'll get killed. Alright, time to find out.
Let's go.
Let's go! He sounded so peppy there for a goblin. You're going a long way around. Bye-bye. What was that? What? Why did it say invalid target? There we go. Okay, I didn't even read through that. I was so scared. I want to get out of there. Where is it? Rizzle schematics. Sample of Endurium ore?
Endurium? Interesting. If it is capable of resisting heat to the degree that you say, it would explain the performance increase the gnomes have displayed of late. This sample you've brought to me will be invaluable also. I will be able to perform some tests on this, but I'll need more for this to actually be of any use to us.
Oh, I guess we do have to go to Uldamon. Alright, on to, as planned, on to Tanaris to start grinding those tortoises off the eastern coast, I believe. Let's see. Yes, the eastern coast. I'm almost due for my next drink. So I'll make a quick pit stop at Gadgetzan while we're in Tanaris, and then I'll fix a quick drink, and then I'll be back. Promise. Because I am quite thirsty. I need another drink in me after such a long work day. 2 jobs, one of them a full-time job. My gosh. I could run laps around Shimmering Flats and farm iron ore. That'll really help me boost my blacksmithing skill. Steamweedle Port. I look so cool with that green helmet, my gosh. Crafted by yours truly. Looks so cool. I love it. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna step away to fix myself another gin tonic. Okay, I'll be right back, I promise. All right. Thank you for the wait. Final touch. Tonic water. All right. Raise them up. Salute. It's a southern gin tonic. Very good. Oh, look, it's a little gnome mage, 44. Name is Fairy Tale. That's cute. We're both the same level. Cute. She's Frost Mage. Oh, she's gone. She signed off. Alright, off to Steamweedle Port. And go ahead and get my food buff on. Ooh, we're a little over halfway from level 45. Nice. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 bars to go. Let's go. These hyenas have a massive aggro range, I remember. Yup, see? This one's already onto me. You know what? I could farm these humans, the humanoids, the Waste Wander guys outside these, or around these ruins for cloth. That might be good. Cloth and greens, maybe. They are level 41, so they'd be easy kills compared to the tortoises I'm about to take on. We shall see. Here's our first one. Oh, I forgot to buy upgraded ammo. I'm still using the weak one. Oh well. Love this music. Oh, Alliance player. 33 human warlock, Xylo. Nice stun proc. Ooh, big mouth. Okay, that's what we're after. Speckled shell fragment. They go for 9 silver a pop. And I believe they stack in 5s in your bags. Let's open up this big mouth clam. Zesty clam meat. I already knew it. I was already anticipating getting that. Oh, there's some quests here. 45, 45, 46, 44. Okay. Maybe we'll pick up the Screecher Spirits quest. It's suggested level 44. Oh, there's a wanted quest. Andre Firebeard, Caliph. Oh my god, Caliph Scorpid Sting. I remember doing that quest back in vanilla when it was live. Oh my gosh.
Be seeing ya.
3 Screechers in Feralis. Oh, all the way in Feralis? What the heck? We're gonna pass because that involves carrying a quest item in my bags. Oh, here, General Goods Guy. Let's see if he sells ammo.
Do I have a deal for you?
Yes! Heavy shot. Oh my gosh. No. I mean, accurate slugs. That's the one I ran out of. Okay, get rid of this stupid heavy shot. There we go. Accurate slugs. Nice, nice. Really good. Oh! Finally! Okay, now I have this recipe for undermined clam chowder. It's not a buff food, but it's just food. But look, I've got all this zesty clam meat. So it requires zesty clam meat, hot spices, and ice cold milk. He sells the ice cold milk. Nice. So, hot spices. Does he sell hot spices too? No, he doesn't. Gadget Sound, they sell it though. Nice. Oh, too bad you can't read these books. Alright. Very excited. Now I can really up my cooking skill. It's a nice investment. Let's move these here. Because now my cooking skill is currently 225 out of 300, and I believe 300 is the absolute max in Vanilla WoW. Exciting. So productive. We are so productive tonight. I was wondering where you got that recipe, because I started collecting the zesty clam meat and it didn't have a recipe for it.
I need to get closer. Too far away.
Damn! Dodge twice? What? I gotta be careful, there's one right there. And in my experience, sometimes there's a chance if you pull one and another one is nearby and looking, they get aggroed to you too. It's really annoying. Especially because these guys have really high health and armor as a tortoise mob. Oh, I should have eaten food. We'll pop a stone form, because I'm low on health. Ooh, I'm gonna get the low health warning.
Need more rage.
Nice stun proc.
Health warning.
So relaxing, being on the coast, grinding some tortoises.
I'm out of range.
By the way, has anyone watched the recently uploaded Blizzard cinematic for Xal'atath on their World of Warcraft YouTube channel? I am not a fan. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's very beautiful. Like, the art style is very beautiful, it's just not my thing. It's just very lazy lore. Very lazy lore. Because they show Xal'atath trying to convince Nexus King Salhadar to join her forces. And then her reasoning was like, I'm like you. And then you get a flashback of her as a child, a very young child. And then everyone around her has been killed. She lost her world. And that's it. They don't even explain anything. That's it. They just say that she lost her world just like him. And they don't even explain how or what she lost her world to. And she's like, join me, because when you join me, you're going to be with the Void. And the Void, like, basically she's saying the Void is going to reign supreme over all the universe. And the Void looks after their own. And they don't explain how she lost her world. And in my opinion, I think she lost her world to the Void. That's what it definitely looked like. And they didn't really explain much, but that's what it looked like. It was just really lazy lore on Blizzard's part. Compare that to what they did with the Warbringers series, the animated series that they did for Battle for Azeroth expansion. Oh my god, Azshara was really good. Jaina was the best one. So Jaina and Azshara, they were all really good. Like, Gul'dan even had his own, and the rest were women. It was, I don't remember the exact order, but I think Jaina was first, then Azshara, then Gul'dan, and then last was Sylvanas. I'm pretty sure Jaina was the very first one, though. Jaina was the my top favorite one, followed by the Azshara one. Oh my god, those are both very, very good. Oh man, the Jaina one brings me to tears. Oh man, they're both good. Gul'dan was pretty good, and Sylvanas was pretty good too. But this one with Xal'atath, featuring Xal'atath, nowhere near as good as the others. I mean, art-wise, yes, but like lore and story and music and tying all of that stuff in, nowhere near as good. I mean, I get a lot of hate here in classic hardcore from people saying, oh, you're just a retail Andy. And I wish I could tell them, you know what, I never once quit the game. And I've been playing since vanilla, I never quit the game. And I guaranteed you guys out there in hardcore who are complaining about guys like me who still play retail, I'm guaranteed you guys took breaks from the game. So I'm the true loyalist. And I'm no big fan of Blizzard. Not anymore. Not for a long time. Even though I I've never quit. I've not been a huge fan of theirs. I just stay because I'm loyal to my guild, and raiding is the only thing that keeps me in retail. Blank Source, welcome back. You pay for it all, you should play both. Exactly, yeah. Yes, that's true. That's one thing I appreciate. I'm grateful for. You know, that at least as greedy as they can be, those scumbags over at Blizzard, as greedy as they can be. Don't get fooled by whatever her name, Holly, that pretty face gal who's the new CEO or whatever. I mean, I have no major complaints with her, but don't be fooled by her. Like, as greedy as they are, I'm still grateful that they're not charging us double for those of us who like to play retail and those of us who like to play hardcore classic or whatever, Season of Discovery, Anniversary, Classic, whatever. At least they're not charging double or triple when they could be. They could argue they could be, but I'm grateful for that at least. As much as I complain about Blizzard, I'm grateful for that at least. But as much as I was complaining about the new cinematic for Xalatath, I still urge people to go and watch it because the artwork is still very beautiful. It's just the lore is so bad. It's just very lazy lore on their part. At least in my opinion. I could be wrong. Everyone's entitled to their opinions.
Too far away.
Like, I still listen to WoW's old, or their OG soundtrack. Like, it's my go-to soundtrack to listen to, like, when I'm driving to work, mostly in the mornings, when it's, like, really late or really early in the morning. It's, like, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, I'm driving to work. It's all dark. It's a lot of the times it's foggy. That's when I like to play, World of Warcraft's OG soundtrack. Album from Vanilla WoW, and I could swear they have Ironforge wrong. The music for Ironforge, I could swear, is the music for Stormwind back in Vanilla. It just feels wrong. Not that it's bad, but it just feels like the track that they title Ironforge, it plays Stormwind's music. I don't know, it just feels that way. It's so funny. But anyway, I love all those tracks. Most of them. My favorite in particular is like the Tenaris one, the Elwyn Forest. Dun Morogh is my absolute favorite one. The one for Teldrassil. Oh man, that one's I take it back. That one's my absolute favorite. The Dun Morogh is my second favorite. The one for Teldrassil, I forget what it's called. I think it's just called Teldrassil. That one's my top favorite. The one that plays when you're leveling in Teldrassil. When it comes to modern WoW, like the new retail WoW music, I did like a couple tracks from Dragonflight. I liked a couple tracks from Right Now, the War Within. I think I liked them more in Dragonflight, more of the soundtracks, especially the one from the zone. I forget what it's called, but it's the zone that has the Kaluak, or the Tuskar people. That track reminds me so much of the soundtrack for Grizzly Hills in Lich King expansion, which is why I like that track. I better get my food buff going. Welcome back, Blank. It's been a while. I played last night, and I got these plate gloves that I cannot equip yet because I don't have plate armor trained yet. It only costs 2 gold, but I'm being stingy. All the gold I'm getting, I'm saving towards my level 40 mount. So right now I'm at 57 out of 100 gold. I need to get 100 gold so I can pay for both the training and the mount itself. So yeah, I've got these plate gloves waiting. I also have some plate shoulders that I got to drop. They're also waiting. They're in my bank right now. And this helmet, look at this sexy helmet. I just crafted this helmet at the end of last night's stream. Oh my god. I was saying, finally I have a helmet, a proper helmet that covers my face and just leaves a little tiny visor like slit for my eyes. now I feel like a proper deep protection warrior. What kind of a dwarf warrior are you if you don't have a helmet like this, man? Oh my god, I'm so stoked. I love it.
Too far away.
So I'm just grinding these tortoises here in Tanaris Gadget Zan. Last night I was questing in Badlands, just south of Lochmodon. It was pretty fun. I didn't have any near-death experiences there. Yeah, I don't remember any. It was pretty safe, pretty chill. Not like how it was the last time you were with me. When I was in Stranglethorn Vale, I was kind of falling asleep. And then I took on that one Begthera, whatever, Panther Mastery quest. So I was glancing at the news on Wowhead, and I didn't really read too much into it, but apparently Blizzard is allowing a Korean, like, a game dev publisher company, whatever, called Nexon, which is pretty big in South Korea. They're allowing them to take on StarCraft, like to make games featuring StarCraft in it. So I'm not sure if that means, like, sequels or just collabs. I think it might be just collabs. I don't know. But StarCraft grew because of South Korea. As South Korea is where the esports industry exploded thanks to South Korea, because of the gamers in South Korea. So it would make sense that they're allowing a South Korean, like, game dev publisher company, whatever, have, like, rights to making a StarCraft game. They didn't go into detail. I didn't read further into it, though, but it's definitely an article on Wowhead, and I'm going to be taking a look at it sometime soon, because that is interesting. I did love StarCraft. I was such a noob when I played it, though. I only played StarCraft 3 for a little bit. Yeah, my favorite race to choose in StarCraft was the Protoss. Oh my god, the alien guys. Not the Zerg aliens, the Protoss. They were so expensive, but they were so cool and sophisticated. I really they were so expensive too. Oh man, I really loved them. Maybe they'll construct additional pylons. Oh my gosh. And I loved playing the StarCraft heroes in Heroes of the Storm. I love that game. Oh my god. Heroes of the Storm is Blizzard's version of League of Legends, but I feel that they are way better than League of Legends. And this is coming from a League of Legends player. I used to love, oh my god, I dumped so much money into League of Legends, like cosmetic skins. Oh man, I'm embarrassed to admit that. My favorite hero was Teemo, and everyone hated Teemo. I just loved Teemo because he was so cute. He was a little hamster astronaut that planted invisible toxic mushrooms that would explode on people who passed by. Everybody hated Teemo. I loved him though. But yeah, and Heroes of the Storm, I loved playing as Artanis. He was more of a tank, and then they later changed him in a patch to make him a bruiser, which I was kind of mad about. I also liked what's his name? Tassadar. Oh my god, Tassadar was so cool. You could troll people so bad with Tassadar, because Tassadar has this ability where he puts down a plasma wall, and it blocks people from moving through. But the thing is, it blocks both enemies and your allies, so it's kind of a troll move to do. Oh man, but I loved using that wall. I loved using that to stop enemies from running away so that my allies could catch up to them and kill them off. Oh my god, that was so cool. So much fun. I loved like troll abilities like that in all kinds of games, like especially here in World of Warcraft, in like in classic, or sorry, I think it was in BC. In BC and again in Kata, that's when I played Priest. Pretty sure I was maining Priest at the time. And I would mind control people off of ships, off of zeppelins, off of bridges, like really tall bridges. I would mind control them to their death. Oh my god, I was such a troll. It was so funny. Of course I did it to all the Horde. I was Alliance back then. You could tell people hated it if it happened to them. It's so funny. Okay, I think if I pull any of these, the other one will aggro, because they're so close to each other. Okay, maybe he's a little farther now. Maybe it's safe? I don't know, let's see. Yeah, he's looking the other way. Oh, oh. Yeah, we're fine. Oof, dodged 2 of my attacks, what? I thought Blizzard was going to announce that thing where they would talk classic and add new expansions to stay closer to the original feeling, but with new zones and storylines. Did I just stream that? Yeah, so you're talking about Classic Plus, man, and oh my god, the Classic community has been begging and waiting for Blizzard to announce Classic Plus. In the past, Blizzard never like denied the prospect of Classic Plus. It was always like a generic answer, like oh, we haven't completely discluded that from the future. We're always taking recommendations or input or whatever, you know, their fancy languages, but that's basically what they're saying. And then with that latest, when was it? It was the State of Azeroth, presentation that they aired on YouTube. It wasn't live, which is stupid. They should have done it live. I mean, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. Why not do it live? Why does it have to be rehearsed, you know? Even if it's a small segment, you know? But anyway, State of Azeroth aired, when was that? Oh, I think it was end of January. Wait, no. I had it on my calendar. Yeah, it was end of January that they announced it, or that they had it on YouTube. And I watched it. I was super hyped. And the only inkling that they did of a mention for Classic Plus was like, Holly was like, oh, so many of you like are wanting more of from a classic experience outside of Anniversary and Season of Discovery, and here's what I have to say to you. And then it was all scripted. Someone off camera was like, "Holly, no!" So they were basically waiting to announce it at BlizzCon this year, which is in September, I believe. So yeah, I mean, I can't complain too much because they did. Everyone knows they mentioned Classic Plus. They didn't give us any new announcements, but they did give us like a tease. So I'm at least grateful for that. And even though they haven't confirmed anything upcoming for Classic Plus, I think it's going to come because Blizzard has stomped their foot down a lot more recently on those private servers, like I think Turtle WoW, and there's another one. I forget what it's called. Ooh, I'm about to sneeze. I might mute my mic. Never mind. Sneeze stifled. They've been throwing the hammer down on them so bad, like lawsuits and whatever. So there's a reason for that. I think it's because they are gonna do like a Classic Plus, and again, Classic Plus is where
Too far away.
they pick up right at the end of Vanilla WoW, where instead of going to outer space for the Burning Crusades, which I did not like, the Burning Crusade, I don't like that outer space stuff. I wish they would keep it like high fantasy, you know? So instead of going out to outer space for the Burning Crusade and fighting the Legion, the Burning Legion, the demons from outer space, instead they're going to keep it here in Azeroth and possibly introduce new conflicts or new zones. I think they should do that. I've always imagined, or I've always pined for, like a civil war to break out amongst the dwarves, like the dwarven kingdoms. Because before Cataclysm, like the dwarven kingdoms were, the dwarven clans were pretty much in like civil unrest. Like 3 of them were like seated on the throne, I believe, in Cataclysm, and that was a very like tenuous pact. So I'm hoping in a Classic Plus we'd see more like Alliance villains, you know, like Lich King. Oh my God, like Arthas, Menethil. I'm hoping for an Alliance villain because I'm so sick and tired of this huge pattern of like this forever pattern of like horde villains. It got so boring. It was like Sylvanas and then Garrosh Hellscream and then Sylvanas again and Sylvanas again. No, I'm so sick of that. I feel like we're long overdue for an Alliance villain like Arthas Menethil was. Or I'd like to see a civil war break out amongst the Alliance, the human kingdoms rather. You know, like Lordaeron and Paranold or whatever the human the human kingdoms were before they formed an alliance under the banner of Stormwind. I'd like to see that too. Basically, I'd like to see an Alliance villain for once. Ooh, my food buff's about to wear off. Yeah, I don't want to see any spaceships or like other planets, whatever. Especially, what is it? In Warlords of Draenor, they introduced like the multiverse or whatever, like that alternate universe. I do not like that. That is lazy lore on Blizzard's part. Like Velen, when Velen died in alternate universe, what was that planet again? Draenor? No, was it Draenor? Warlords of Draenor? Yeah, probably Draenor. When Velen died, I love that. That's one of my favorite cinematics, when he sacrifices himself and then he gives his Naru blessing or whatever power to Yrel. That was one of my favorite cinematics, but at the same time, I don't like the fact that he died there and he's still alive in our timeline, our universe. I'm no fan of like the multi-universe alternate timelines, whatever. I wish they'd really keep it high fantasy and not like introduce any spaceships and sci-fi to World of Warcraft. That's why I'm really hoping for a Classic Plus. They did that old trope with the Horde, right? Like when they take the bad guys, Horde, and they are not so bad, so they make them another faction so they can fight the real bad guys. It was like the Iron Horde or something. Yes, that was Iron Horde, that was Warlords of Draenor. I feel they do that with a bunch of games that let you play as the bad guy side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, if you can understand that, good luck. No, I got you. Totally get that. Like, that's why, you know, I'm not a fan, and I'm kind of a hypocrite, because my guild in Retail WoW is a cross-faction guild, but I really don't like the whole, let's work together, like, Horde and Alliance. I don't like that. Like, yeah, there's times where I appreciate it, where they come together, but I'd rather they just go back to war with each other. Like, little moments where they work together is fine. You know, like in Wrath of the Lich King, the raid, the Icecrown Citadel raid, where there's that tense moment where Muradin comes onto the whatever, the balustrade or whatever, over there in the castle, the keep, with his gunships, his airships, and Sourfang just wants to collect his son's dead body, the corpse, and Muradin wouldn't allow it. And then I think it was King Varian Wrynn that came in and he was like, Muradin, stand down, let a grieving father pass, or whatever he said. Oh, it was so beautiful. Oh my god, I still get chills thinking about it. And then Jaina was like crying. It was kind of corny, but she was crying in the background. She was crying, and then Varian's like, why? And then Jaina's like, nothing. I am just so proud of my king. It was so cheesy, but I loved that moment. So the moments like that, where the Horde and the Alliance not always work together, but at least respect each other and like set aside their differences even for just a little while, I'd rather prefer that, and then they go back to war. I'd love that. I hope they keep the Horde versus Alliance thing going. I don't know how they can do that now with the whole Kumbaya. You know, like, every time people complained in the forums, they're like, oh yeah, it's the Kumbaya again. I feel like those people are going overboard. You know, Blizzard isn't exactly making it a Kumbaya thing, but I do agree with them, but at the same time, I think they're going overboard with their complaints. But yeah, I was always teasing the idea of maybe there being a third faction introduced to the mix. A third faction at war with both the Horde and the Alliance. That would be cool. Pandas. Yeah, Miss of Pandaria. That was another moment. That's why I love Varian Wrynn, where at the end of, what is it, Siege of Orgrimmar raid, you get the cinematic for the Horde, their own cinematic version, and then you get the cinematic for the Alliance, which I liked way better. The Alliance version was way better, where Varian Wrynn is like, I will speak to your war chief, and he's assuming it's Thrall, but then, what's his name? That troll. Oh, what's his name? I forget. I'm sorry. I'm not too big on Horde lore. Zul'jin becomes the war chief there, then and there. And then Varian looks to Zul'jin, and Zul'jin like tries to show off by straightening his back and standing tall and towering over Varian. But Varian looked like more of a man than Zul'jin ever did. And Varian's like,
Need more
if your Horde, I would say, sorry, he said like, your Horde was very honorable against Garrett, and I'm butchering the lines, but he's like, your Horde was very honorable against Garrosh Hellscream's Iron Horde. But if you guys cross the line, I will defend my alliance. Something like that. He said it way more beautifully. And it's like, yes, fuck yeah, let's go for the alliance. The alliance seems so cool there. Oh my god. Everyone likes to say that the Horde are cooler. I disagree. I like the alliance way better. I'm sorry, I like the alliance way better. They're so noble. But I'm not gonna lie, the series of cinematics that they made for, I think it was Shadowlands, where it was featuring Saurfang, Overlord Saurfang, and him like partnering up with Anduin Wrynn. Oh my god, where he was imprisoned by the Alliance, and Anduin was the king at the time. And just him working together with Anduin, even though there was a lot of like tension between them, there was still a lot of respect, mutual respect. I did really appreciate that too. As much as I want the Horde and the Alliance to be at war again, I did like that bit between Saurfang and Anduin. Saurfang seemed really cool there, even though he's Horde. Oh, this hyena's probably gonna get me. Let's back up. Ooh, love that music. I just might get the low health alert again. I think I'm being paranoid. I think my baby bearded dragon, I think he just pooped in his tank right now.
Health
I
warning.
might be paranoid. I'm about to find out after this. I like to clean it up immediately as soon as I can. Speckled shell fragment, that's what we're after. 9 silver. Okay, hold on. Let me just turn around and look at my baby bearded dragon's tank. Give me a second. All clear. He hasn't pooped all day. That's kind of strange. I think it's because of my new work schedule. I worked full-time for 8 hours from 4:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon. I got home and I only had barely 2 hours of sleep, and then I went to my teaching job for another 2 hours. And still, no poop all day. That's kind of weird. It's the first time he's not pooped in a whole day. Watch, just my luck, he's gonna do it during stream.
I'm out of range.
So we are currently at 57 gold, 84 silver. Trying to get to 100 gold. My bank character right now has a little over 100 gold. I want to say 114 gold, something like that. But he's not self-found, of course, because he's my bank character. I wish I could send that gold over, but I can't. I'm on self-found mode on this guy.
Need more range.
Come on, Big Mouth Clam. One time, I got a Black Pearl out of this. Damn it. I'm really hoping for Black Pearl. What about you, Blank? What's new? Anything new in World of Warcraft or any other games? I am waiting. Reanimal. Oh my god, Reanimal's release is this Friday. I am so excited. I did not pre-order it though. I'm kind of tight on money. But if you've ever played Little Nightmares 1 and Little Nightmares 2, those devs, they made this game called Reanimal. And if you've never heard of it, you've never played it, it's if you know the animated film Coraline, I've never watched it, but I know of it because it's so good. I keep hearing it's so good from my friends. It's like that. It's very dark, even though it's got like really cute and whimsical like art style to it. It's really dark, and that's what Little Nightmares is. So there's a Little Nightmares 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2 were made by the same devs. 3, I don't know why, but it's made by a completely different dev, and that's why they butchered that game. Oh shit, I knew it! These stupid hyenas have such a far aggro range. But yeah, that comes out this Saturday. Reanimal, check it out. Oh my god, that game is so good looking. And then we have Resident Evil Requiem coming out, what, 2 weeks from now? Yeah, oh my god. It's like next Thursday. I can't afford both games. I'm gonna have to choose one. Oh man. There's no times for games, that's why I watch other people play. Oh, okay. I see. Like, you know what? And I'm being honest, what I would do is I would play World of Warcraft. Not retail, but I would play World of Warcraft like this, like what I'm doing now. And I would watch people stream the same game that I'm playing. That's what I like to do. Is while I'm playing classic hardcore WoW, I would either watch people's streams or watch people's YouTube videos of hardcore classic WoW. That's what I would do. I just find it really soothing. It's kind of like I'm playing with them, even though I'm not. Because we're playing the same game, technically. But, you know, same mentality, same gaming world, whatever. Okay, my food buff's about to go out, so I'm gonna rebuff. I remember those 2 pirate ships in the distance being very dangerous. I mean, they're even included on the map. They're just in the middle of this fatigue zone. And then over here, there's more pirate ships linked to a quest where you're taking out pirates in this Pirate Cove area. I remember that place being dangerous back in vanilla. And that was before hardcore, my god. I remember being scared over there. Classic hardcore seems much slower paced than retail. How does it compare to regular classic? You know what? I'm not even sure, because I've tried playing regular classic and it's just boring to me. Oh, there's a Night Elf Hunter. 60, level 60. What's he doing here? Probably farming. Oh, fishing. Tazzy, level 60 Night Elf Hunter. Yeah, so I'm not interested at all in just normal classic. It's so boring. I love hardcore better. So even hardcore is a slow pace, just like regular classic. It's just as slow and grindy. I love it. It's just there's the added level of challenge And you know, it's something you can flaunt. That's why I love this game. Is what? You're level 44 and you're playing a deep protection warrior like this is the weakest spec ever, and you're still alive, and you're self-found mode. You can't trade with other people or use the auction house or use the mailbox. Dang. Man, there's been a lot of times just me leveling out in the world and people see me and they see this self-found adventurer buff and they compliment me and it just feels so good. I'm like, thanks, man. It feels so good. So I do it for like class fantasy, but I also play hardcore classic self-found mode for bragging rights, if I'm being honest. Yeah, these people know what's what. Does that level 60 have the buff? Oh yeah, let's see. This level... No, they don't. They don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen a level 60 person with self-found buff. I never have. Never. And all those streamers out there, even the streamers that I like to watch, I'm gonna be honest, I don't agree with their, like, playstyle. Because yes, even though they may have self-found adventurer, or they may be playing ultra hardcore. I don't know if you've heard about that. I thought it was ridiculous when it first got introduced. But I kind of loosened up a bit and I tried it out myself. It's a little fun, but I still prefer this. It's a nice balance. It's a nice middle point, but still super stressful, super challenging. But anyway, all those like level 60 streamers playing hardcore classic WoW, if they do happen to have a self-found adventurer buff, whether they have this buff or whether they don't, I consider them huge cheats. They are huge cheats because they get stuff from the community. Like from their viewers. Like, they get stuff spoon-fed to them all the time. And they easily get into whatever dungeons they want to. Whereas, there's me. I'm just your average Joe. I'm a tiny streamer. I don't have a huge fan base. And even if I did, I wouldn't take shit from them. And I guarantee you, those popular streamers, even the ones that I enjoy watching, I guarantee you, they are spoon-fed everything. It's not fair. I don't like it. It's not fair. They're like raiding. They have like best in slot gear. They never have to worry about gold. You know why? It's because they're being spoon-fed everything by their viewers or by their hardcore raid guilds. Hi there. Thanks for the follow, Jungkook. I know who Jungkook is. I'm a K-pop guy. Thanks for the follow. Don't hover over. It's anxiety-inducing. You could right-click it off. Oh, yeah. No, they're... Oh, you mean my buff. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. You're right, because I thought the only way to remove this buff was to go to Ironforge, at least for Alliance. Go to Ironforge and talk to the guy inside the library. Not the library, what is it called? The Knowledge Ward? Something Ward. No, the Hall of Explorers. That's what it's called. It's basically the library and the museum. Hall of Explorers. There's a high elf NPC guy that you talk to, and he removes this buff. I didn't even think of that you could right click it off yourself. That is kind of scary. Move your mouse. Yeah, that's right. You're funny. Oh my god. Hi guys, welcome in. My name is Tides. If this is your first time here, I like to stream World of Warcraft, both retail and hardcore classic self-found mode. I mainly play tanks and healers, both in retail and in hardcore classic. I prefer hardcore classic over... sorry, I'm hitting my mic. I prefer hardcore classic over retail. The only thing that keeps me in retail WoW is the raiding and my raid guild, because I'm a guild master and a raid lead. That's the only enjoyment I get out of retail, so I only play retail on the weekends, which is my raid nights. Any other time I'm playing WoW is right here in hardcore classic, because I really feel like I'm in my element. So if that sounds like your jam, this is a place to be. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the views. And I do hope you feel welcome to chat, because I chat with anyone. Even on my YouTube channel, same name, Tights Royale, I'll chat with my haters. I get a lot of haters there. I really enjoy engaging with the WoW community, because that's the community that I was introduced to when I first started playing WoW, and that was back in vanilla WoW, and I was such a noob. I was so bad. I was among many other things, one of the mains that I actually stuck to was a gnome arcane mage, and I was pugging into a lot of Wrath of the Lich King raids, mainly Icecrown Citadel, and I would get kicked for my DPS, and I got so fed up, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start my own guild where I don't have to worry about being kicked, and I'm not gonna kick anyone for low DPS. I want to see how far I can go as a raid lead with a raid guild and not kick anyone for low DPS. And oh boy, what a journey it's been. We actually did a lot. We cleared a lot of raids, especially Cataclysm. Oh my god, Cataclysm was the best. Cataclysm, what it came after Cataclysm, I think it was that Warlords of Draenor? After Cataclysm? I think it was. But we cleared a lot of raids ever since then. Going forward, oh my god, what an experience. I grew as a raid lead, and I grew as a tank. I had to force myself to teach myself to tank, and I hated tanking. But it stuck, and I've always been a dwarf protection pally tank ever since. In retail. Yeah. Oh, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. I should have shot first. What a waste of rage. And now this guy's gonna attack me. Okay, I butchered that. Let's try again. Now I have no rage to start.
Not enough rage.
But yeah, I also like to play indie games on Steam and Nintendo Switch. It's just World of Warcraft is my absolute favorite.
Need more rage. Not enough rage. I can't do that yet.
This music is so chilling. I like it though. So how do the big streamers get spoon-fed? I thought you couldn't trade or use the mailbox, etc. Well, I'm not sure if they're getting stuff like given to them per se, but like I mentioned, they're getting into dungeon groups so easily and so quickly. And then even though they're not technically trading, like you know how they have the loot rolls like at the end of a boss. Of course, their viewers are gonna like pass. So who's the loot gonna go to but them? So even if they aren't getting stuff like physically traded to them, there are ways, like how I mentioned. But also on top of that, they just have more of a success rate because, like when it comes to gearing, because they're in like those huge guilds, and they can get into like dungeon and raid groups so easily, compared to someone like myself who you know, I have to type in like trade chat, oh, looking for group, Shadowfang Keep, whatever. Whereas them, they can get into any dungeon they want, any raid they want. So they also get boosted. So there's no like there's no rules that prevent them from getting boosted. So, you know, they're getting run into like dungeons and getting spoon-fed all the gear, and they're getting all the XP so easily. So, I'm not all of them are doing that, but my suspicion is yes, most of them are doing that, and I think it's not fair, and I think it's detrimental to themselves because they're ruining the fun in the game for themselves. They may not see it, but I think it's really a shame. I think it's more fun when you die for the gear that you're trying to get. You work hard, your blood, your sweat, your tears. You work hard for your own gear. You value it way more as compared to like just getting everything given to you easily. So, even the streamers I like to watch, I know it's just so much easier for them to get gear. It's like unfair.
Too far away.
Yeah, myself, I actually, for the longest time here in Hardcore Classic WoW, I had a rule for myself. I will not do a dungeon unless the people in the group are willing to join me in Discord so that they can listen, so that we can talk to each other. I don't even force them to be on mic. It's just I tell them, hey, it'd be nicer if we were all in Discord just in case something bad happens, we can communicate. And I never really had an issue with that. I can't think of a time where someone straight up said, no, I can't join Discord. I can't think of a time where that's happened. Whereas in retail WoW, so many people give excuses for joining Discord. But here in Hardcore Classic, I don't think I've ever encountered anybody who is not willing to join Discord. Never. Which speaks to the community. Like, the people who are here in Hardcore Classic, the majority of them are people who have been around or who have at least started playing in vanilla, and they know, that they know the value of communication. Back then we didn't have Discord, we had Ventrilo, we had TeamSpeak, I remember those. And they were not free, you had to pay for those services. I remember that, oh my god. Is it server-based, or is there, like, region sharding or whatever retail uses? I want to say it's server-based, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Unless they made any changes, I think it's server-based. But they did do something new, however, that I've noticed late last year. They added this pre-made, kind of like pre-made group finder in retail WoW. It's called Looking for Group. Look, I can put myself in a queue for these dungeons. So that's new. That was not there when I first started Hardcore Classic. That is very new. It's kind of nice, because it is actually hard to form a group. But what I enjoy about this, compared to pre-made group finder in retail WoW, is that this thing right here, it will help you form the group. It will not automatically teleport you and your party to the dungeon. It won't do that. In retail WoW, pre-made group finder, or sorry, not pre-made group finder, the Looking for Group, same name, it will teleport you guys instantly to the dungeon once everyone has hit OK. I don't like that. I don't think that's good. That makes people lazy. I don't like that. So I'm glad here in Classic Hardcore WoW, yes, they have Looking for Group, but and yes, it will help you find people who want to do the same dungeon as you. But once the group is filled, it will not instantly teleport you guys, all of you, to the dungeon. That's really good. Because you guys are all forced to make the dangerous trek together to the dungeon. Like, a lot of these times, all these people are running together to the dungeon because of how dangerous it is. Like, you could be running through horde lands or whatever, running through high-level mobs in zones. So they usually do this together. And that's good. They're not teaching people to be lazy. You don't instantly get teleported there, and I like that. I like that they made that there. I picked Skull Rock server. This is one of the earlier servers. It's not an anniversary server. It came way before the anniversary servers. So Skull Rock is actually, like, people call it a dead server. Like, it's a low pop server. I'd say it's more of a medium pop server, but I still see people running around here and there. But when I play on the new hardcore anniversary server, oh my god, I see people running around all the time. Like, here, I will take the time whenever I see a player, an alliance player or a horde player, because it's kind of rare. Like in tonight's stream, I've only seen 1, 2, maybe 2, or I think it's 2. I've only seen 2 players. So even if I see a horde player, I will greet them on my server, because my server, you don't see them running around all over the place. You will in the capital cities, but out and about, depending on your level, what zone you're in, you don't see them all running around. It could be just because of the time I'm playing too. I am playing rather late. Yeah, so it could be that. But every time I see a player, I will always take the moment to stop, pause, and like greet them. But on the newer, like, hardcore anniversary servers, oh my, there's way too many people. I cannot stop and greet everyone I see. There's just too many. No, Skull Rock is not PvP. Skull Rock is just so I don't think they have a PvP server that is a hardcore server. Every hardcore server is always non-PvP, which is good. You don't want to die. You don't want to die to PvP. Although, technically, you can die on a non-PvP server that's hardcore as long as you get flagged for PvP. And the only way that's going to happen is if you flag yourself, or if you walk into, like, a horde outpost, like a horde village. Then, of course, you're going to get flagged for PvP if you're at Alliance. So, technically, yes, you can still die to PvP combat on these hardcore servers, but most of the time, no, you won't. No one's going to flag themselves for PvP unless they, like, challenge someone to a duel, you know? Or walk into the opposing faction's village or city, whatever. So, very slim chances you'll die to PvP, unless you do it of your own, like, stupidity, volatility, whatever. I'm too chicken, I wouldn't do that. But, I'm gonna be honest, you know, this Burning Crusade anniversary thing that just came out, there is no hardcore, but I'm gonna be honest, I almost started playing. I did create a character, because I've been itching to play PvP, like world PvP. So I made an Alliance character on, it's called Night Slayer server, and that's Burning Crusade Classic Anniversary. And the server I chose was the only PvP server, and it's called Night Slayer. And I do plan to play it. I've been itching, you know, I've been itching to play it. Even though it's not hardcore, I do want to play it only for the world PvP. And the one character I made was a mage. I'm really excited for world PvP as a mage. I want to be able to gank people from afar. I've just noticed the self-found icon is an elf looking at a mountain. I thought it was some kind of weird hat. Oh, you thought that was a hat? Oh, no, I always knew it was a elf looking at a mountain. And um this icon like the artwork on that icon reminds me of Breath of the Wild, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It reminds me exactly of that. Of Link looking down on the Great Plateau, whatever, and then looking off at the mountain in the distance. That's what it reminds me of. World PvP was always too painful for me. Too many high level, just sit around low level areas. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. But it always felt good whenever, like, you know, it's so unfair. I would get ambushed by horde players while I'm in the middle of doing something like farming mineral ores, like mining a vein, or I'd have like 3 mobs on me, and only then would they be brave enough to ambush me. It pissed me off so much. But in those rare moments, I was able to fend for myself and kill them. Oh my god, it felt so good. I have so many videos of that. Oh man. But I think I lost them. I lost the hard drive that I had them on. If I could only get them back. Oh man, it was so good. I look back on those moments with great fondness. I greeted this player already. Tazzy. Oh, now you salute me with respect. She just saluted me. She didn't greet me earlier when I greeted her when she was fishing. Better late than never, I say. But yeah, Blank, like, if ever you want to play together, it could be a hardcore classic, or it could be just regular, like, classic. I've been itching to play Burning Crusade classic, I'll tell you that. We could play together. I don't have anyone to play with in Hardcore Classic. No one wants to play Hardcore Classic with me. When Hardcore Classic became a thing, I was able to convince like 10, 11 of my guildies to follow me. And then out of like the 10, 11 of them, like 9 of them died. We were all together and they died, and I survived and a couple others survived. And then the ones who did die, they just gave up. I don't blame them. They gave up because they were like level 10 or 12, and that's like what? That's like, I don't know, 12 hours of leveling, something like that. They gave up. So I have no one to play with in Hardcore Classic. And none of them are... I don't think any of them are interested in the new Burning Crusade Classic Anniversary that just came out. I think you have to be very... Yes, you do have to be very patient. Like me, I am so, like, meticulous. I take my time when I'm questing. I'm not in a hurry. I try not to be, like, in a rush. You know, I try not to be lazy. I like to take my time. I enjoy the grind. That's my whole thing. Once I hit level 60 on this guy, I'm gonna be sad because I don't want to do raiding, I'll be honest, because after watching all those Hardcore Classic videos on YouTube of people dying in raids, no, I do not want to do raiding. I just want to hit level 60, and then I'm gonna park this guy on the side. Let him collect dust. Because level 60 is a huge feat. It doesn't matter what class you're playing. Even just regular hardcore is pretty hard. But not as hard as Self-Found. So once I hit 60, I'm gonna be sad. I'm just gonna start another character, another warrior probably. I do it for the bragging rights and the class fantasy. Watch my back. Yeah, so I made a male Draenei mage. I didn't play him yet. I just made him just to save the name. And that was on Nightslayer server. Burning Crusade, Classic, Anniversary server. Only because I've been itching to get into World PvP again. I can't wait to kick some Horde butt as a mage. Oh, that's gonna be so fun. Ooh, yes! Speckled Shell Fragment. Now we have 6 of those, so that's basically like 60 silver. Yeah, that's 60 silver right there. Oh man, last weekend, my guild and I, we did a Mythic Manaforge Omega raid, and we had much better pugs with us this time around. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. What a banger. We had a really enjoyable evening. We got 6 bosses down. Yeah, it was really fun. Oh my god, I can't wait for this weekend. I think if we have a lot of those same pugs with us, oh my god, it's gonna be a breeze. Yeah, we taught a lot of people the raid. That's my joy. I get so much pleasure in like teaching the raids to others. I get so much fun out of that. Just because I'm an English teacher in real life. I guess that's why I enjoy it. Oh, tomorrow already? Oh no, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know they're buffing and nerfing again. Well, who knows how long that'll stay when Midnight launches. We'll see how many changes they go through before Midnight actually launches.
I can't.
Yes! Speckle Shelled Fragment and a Big Mouth Clam. Dang it, no Black Pearl. So it might be easier or harder depending on the raid comp. Yeah, that's true.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, I'm pretty much set in stone. I'm stuck tanking again for Midnight. I can't find any reliable tanks to take my spot in guild. I've always wanted to heal. I've always enjoyed healing. I just feel I'm a much better tank. Even though I love healing, and I think I'm pretty good at healing. I think I'm a much better tank. It's just because I've been so used to tanking. I've tanked ever since Lich King expansion. I've always wanted to heal though. That's why I play tanks and healers. But my guild has always needed me as a tank. As much as I want to tank, I think the tank role is really crucial. You can't have a tank that, you know, misses raid nights a lot and whatnot. Ooh, I'm about to hit low health alert. How much turtle meat do I have? Ooh, just 8? What the heck? I've been kind of itching to play my my arcane mage. She's also hardcore classic self-found mode. She's actually my next. She's my third highest character. So first one is this. Second one is my first warrior that just got surpassed by this guy. I lost interest in my first warrior because he's not self-found mode. It wasn't a thing. Self-found mode wasn't even a thing. That's why he wasn't self-found mode when I made him. And then my third highest character is my level 34 something human female arcane mage. She's like full arcane. So the thing with me is usually I like to play the worst or the least picked, the least popular class and spec combos. So she's arcane. She's an arcane mage. I like to call her my arcane scholar. Her name is Tides Triton, like the moon of Jupiter, one of the moons of Jupiter. Yeah, she's still alive. She's like 34, level 34. Right now she's currently questing in what is it? Oh, South Shore. Hillsbred Foothills. That's where she's currently parked at and questing at right now. She's really fun. I like her. I've always liked mages. In fact, I need to start grinding on the mount, grinding for the mount on her right now. She's level 34. Usually I'm pretty bad. I wait till like level 39 or 40 to start farming, grinding for the mount. She's level 34, so I figure I should start with her right now. So maybe the next stream I do, you'll probably see me playing an arcane female human mage instead of my deep rot warrior. Big mouth clam. Zesty clam meat.
Too far away.
Watch my back. Nice stun proc.
Need more rage.
Oh my gosh, every time I get a drop down menu like this in the loot window, I get like really tense. I don't know what to expect. It's either gonna be a quest item, which is not, because I don't have any quests for this. So I'm hoping it's like a world drop. I'm hoping it's a green, maybe a blue, Oh, man. Let's see. What do we get? What do we get? So, turtle meat, yeah. Thick scaly tail. Speckled shell fragment. That's what I'm grinding for. Yeah. Ah, man! Stupid. It's just fish. It's raw fish. That's it. And the big mouth clam. Dang it. I got my own hopes up. Man, I didn't get any world drops tonight. Last night I got 2. Usually I will get like 1 world drop. I mean, just greens, you know? But at least 1 world drop every night. Every stream, I mean. Oh, my food buff wore off. Dang it. Watch my back. Nice stun proc. Alright, I'm gonna start making my way over to Gadget Sand. A little goblin neutral outpost. And then I'm gonna do some cooking, and then I'll call it a night. Because it's 11:22 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But yeah, I think one of my next streams upcoming, I'll either start gameplay on my Draenei mage for Burning Crusade Classic Anniversary server, or I'll begin grinding for the level 40 mount on my level 34 human female arcane mage. That might also be fun. I really love her. She's really fun. So one of those two in one of my upcoming streams very, very soon. Because I love Hardcore Classic. Never, ever do I pass it up for something else. Not always. Those hyenas are ridiculous. Super far aggro range. Alright, there's Gadget Sand in sight. We're gonna do some cooking. Sell all my vendor garbage. That's a pretty sword. This sample of Endurium ore quest item needs to be turned in the Badlands, south of Lochmodon, I believe. And then it sends me into Uldamon, the dungeon, for a quest. Alright, let us vendor first, and then we'll do some cooking before I call it a night. Marin Nagenfogger elixir! My favorite was always the one that turns you tiny, like super tiny, and then my second favorite was the one that lets you slow fall. And then, of course, third favorite is the one that turns you into an undead skeleton.
Welcome to Tanaris, adventurer. How can I be of service to you today? You don't look like a blacksmith to me, but I know how looks can be deceiving.
Alright, so we're gonna go from 57 gold, 75 silver to... I think that's it. $58 gold, 77 silver. Oh my god, what a grind. 58 gold, 77 silver. Oh my gosh, such a grind. Alright, we are going to cook and call it a night. I need hot spices, I think. So where's the general goods? I don't think there's a general goods vendor in this area. That's why I wasn't able to level up cooking last time I was here. Let's see, general goods, general goods. Master Goblin Engineer. Okay. I'm always afraid of going inside that cage, because once you go in, I believe it flags you for PvP, just like that arena in Stranglethorn Vale. Let's see if he's selling
In need of
pots
some
right now.
alchemy supplies, are
Nope.
we? Or do you have other business with me?
Tailoring supplies. I need hot spices.
Talk to me. If tailoring is your thing, VizClick will most definitely have your supplies. Take a look around, adventurer, and let me know if you wish to purchase something. Keep it real.
Superior armor crafter, gunsmith.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Glad I could help. Got the best deals anywhere. Have a good one.
I got what you need. Keep it real.
Huh. Cannot find the general supplies vendor or trade supplies vendor. Miner.
Yo!
5 gold to learn artisan miner? What? Maybe not now. Yeah, I'm still
Have a good
207 out of
one.
225. We'll be fine. Let me give let's see. Ah! Yeah, I don't have any hot spices to cook all this zesty clam meat. Banker.
Time is money, friend.
I could hearth to Booty Bay. Let's do that. For sure I can buy hot spices there. Oh, so tired. Ugh. Okay, general supplies. Let's see. I remember that quest at Curious by the Bundle. Let's take this quest.
You sure seem eager to work, matey. Not sure why some land-loving person adventurer is offering help to the Blackwater Raiders, but I'm not gonna turn you away. Our ship just docked here in Booty Bay, and word has it that our rivals, those damn dirty Bloodsail Buccaneers, have been spotted all over southern Stranglethorn. All the boys are too busy hitting the grog and looking for ladies. What I need is a scout. Check the cove just north of Booty Bay along the Savage Coast and see what you find.
It's just looking at these recipes. Too expensive. Alright, hot spices, right? Is what I need for zesty clam meat recipe. Undermined clam chowder. Yes, I need hot spices and ice cold milk. Okay. So I've got 23 and we need 2 per, so 10-ish, 12-ish. What? No, not refreshing spring water. No. Whoops. Hot spices. So let's get like, I don't know, 20. Ice cold milk. I can get that
Safe
from
travel.
the innkeeper.
What can I do for you? Be careful.
Come in, come in. Just don't sit too close to the stove. It hasn't exploded
There
yet
we
today,
go,
but
ice cold milk.
just to be safe, I think you should sit elsewhere.
There we go.
Hurry back.
Now let's cook. There's a stove over here, I believe. Yep. Alright, undermine clam chowder. Doesn't give any buffs, but it's just a restoring HP kind of food. A normal food. Cooking skill going up. Alright, now we are at 236 out of 300 cooking. Nice. I can sell the rest of this stuff maybe. Oh, I can make carrion surprise. Mystery meat. Jungle stew. We need, okay. Let's make the carrion surprise. There we go. Alright, we're gonna go find a nice cozy place. Sunwell, The Fall of Kael Thalas. 4-page book? What? So short. This looks a good place. Looks like a good place. Alright. Go ahead and bid you a proper farewell here. Thank you so much for the chat. Thank you for being here. It is a very grindy game, but I do enjoy the chat. I do enjoy the company. Especially love looking back with fondness, talking about my absolute favorite game ever, World of Warcraft. Alright, my name is Tides. Hope to catch you in the next one. Till then, safe adventuring always. Good night, Blank. Thank you for being here. Take care, everybody.